What's good, everybody? What's up, man? It's Stephen Qualls II, aka Mr. Qualified. It's your boy, and we're back with another Qualified TV episode, man. I got my guy, somebody I've been rocking with, keeping up with since high school, man. He's doing his own thing. Can't wait for y'all to learn more about him and get tapped into what he's doing. And I'll just let him go ahead and introduce himself.
What's up, y'all? What's up, family? My name is Josh Jenkins. I'm an MC, an MMA fighter, a freestyler, and an activist. So jack of all trades, man.
Like, do it all. You're doing it all, man. Do it all. Well, man, now I'll just start right out the gate, man. I know I would assume. Let me not make it seem like it's a statement. But is your first love music, or has it always been music?
Yes, absolutely, man. I mean, I've been around music my whole entire life, man. I mean, living with my mom for the first 13 years of my life, on Section 8, you know what I'm saying? She played a lot of New Edition, Joe, my man Genuine, my man Tyrese. Tyrese got them hits, boy.
Tyrese do got early hits. People be asleep.
He got some Johns, man.
He got some Johns.
And then my pops, my pops is a producer, a rapper, singer, instrumentalist. I mean, man, he's a monster with that guitar, man. And I never heard another person sing Prince like the way my dad does yet. You know what I'm saying? If my dad watched somebody try to impersonate a Prince song, he gonna be like, man, I could do that shit way better. That shit whack. Right. That's how he be every time.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So you definitely that's crazy. Like, it's always interesting to see where people kind of got their influence with music. Like, I'm not I don't consider myself a rapper. I don't remember the last time I even tried to write remotely, in that realm. But like, my sister plays multiple instruments, then my mom plays piano, and then my stepdad plays guitar. And even had a band themselves, man. So I was always kind of the odd one, because like I didn't play an instrument. Like, I learned how to play the drums, but I ain't stick with it. I wish I had, but I didn't stick with it. But I think musically for me, it's my ear. So you naming all the people that your mom's played. My mom's I think she a generation older than most, or the average parent might be for our age. So she instantly, I'm already knowing, Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm already knowing all the bands from the 70s, all the acts from the 80s. Like, I'm hearing that as a child, and I'm not realizing it yet, but my ear, I'm just picking up on the sounds, where it's all coming from. So then when I'm growing up with music, I'm like, I can easily associate influences, who got what from who started, who kind of looked to who for inspiration. So I think that's amazing. But when would you say you wrote your first rap, or when did you realize that, writing was a gift and it was something you wanted to pursue?
That's a great question. I'm glad you asked me that, because I don't write none of my music.
Okay, you pulling the Wayne on us. Okay.
Yeah. Everything. In school, in high school, and college, King, I always flourished. You know what I'm saying? I always been a scholar. I got scholarships from college for keeping my GPA above 3.5 and my attendance over 90%. I say that to say, going to, our high school like Rufus King, where it's an baccalaureate school, it's an Ivy League school. That type of curriculum definitely made me more vigilant, and made me more sharp. It made me more intellectual, to think of a more analytical way. I think it amplified that for me. And then two, shout out to James Madison Academic Campus. The first 2 years in my high school, I went there my freshman and sophomore year. I had a great teacher in my science class. I had a great math teacher. And then at King, shout out to one of my favorite teachers ever, Mr. Lawden. Yeah. That's my boy, man. I had an A in science and biology, bro, because I just love everything about it, bro. It was just so intriguing to me. And then that helped me as an MC, because I got metaphors and anecdotals and similes I can use in any category. You know what I'm saying? I got metaphors about history, math, science, ecology, geography. I mean, any subject matter that you can throw at me, I can make a freestyle about on the spot. And the only reason why that's the case, because I read a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel that. Now, that's real. I think when I was writing poetry when I was younger, I really need to get back into that as well. But when I was writing poetry when I was younger, I noticed, like you said, because of how much you know or how much you kind of, you know, allow your mind to tap into, it's very easy to pull from different things. So when I was doing poetry, and I always wrote my poetry almost as if I was writing a rap at the time. Like that's how I looked at it. But man, it was easy, like you said, to just pull from whatever you could
I
pull.
say the library.
Yeah,
The library up here.
yeah, I'm saying it's all up there. You could. I'm talking about pulling from different subjects, pulling from different eras, pulling from just anything that's up here. You can pull from. I want a freestyler, so got me beat there. But you know, but
I'm gonna do a freestyle for you before we end this.
but sure, oh, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to get that on wax. But yeah,
I got you.
you. No, so speak more on that though. So that the art of freestyling, I do want to emphasize it being an art form. Where do you think you, past what you already said, where do you think you excel at in terms of really being able to put it together, and how that translates into actually, you know, either working with other artists, because I know you're also in a group as well, and we're gonna touch on that. Working with other artists and also just putting projects together in general.
Yeah, I mean, that's another great question, King. I appreciate that. Well, first, I mean, my schedule is pretty hectic. You know what I'm saying? I keep this routine to achieve a level of greatness and prestige, you know? So like I'm in the studio every weekend. Every weekend I go from 10 to 12, I record at least maybe 3 to 4 songs. And I do that every weekend throughout the year. Right. You understand what I'm saying? So you add that up. Yeah. 365 days out the year, you take 2 weekends out of that, I'm in the booth. So basically, to add on to that, my dad told me in order to be great, you know what I'm saying, I had to study the great. So the MCs I studied with freestyling was like Eminem, Royce the 5'9", Lupe Fiasco. Common is a great freestyler. I think Ludacris is a great freestyler. Kendrick, for sure.
Yeah.
I can tell Kendrick freestyles a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because I know what that sound like. I can tell when somebody just rapping off their verse, like on paper, like I can hear the difference. It's a different type of energy, you understand? It's a different flow. Like the flow, the cadence is like, when you hear somebody, like I give an example who's great at that, Lil Wayne, right? He goes straight off the top, and I can tell he goes straight off the top because his rhythm and his pacing on the instrumental verbally, like how he articulates it and his flow, I can tell he freestyle.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So that's the greats I studied. And my work ethic is just crazy, man. Like I can make 4 songs in an hour. Not even that sometimes 40 minutes. You know what I'm saying? That's because all I need when I get an instrumental, King, depending on how that instrumental is making me feel energy-wise, I figure out the topic, what I want to talk about. My brain do this like Google search.
Right.
I like metaphors, like what you want to rap about. All right, bitches and hoes. No, and then it finalizes like my brain finalizes like a whole verse. And then I just spit it out when I freestyle.
Nah, that's real, man. Like I said, that's an art. You got so many people that mentally can't process it all. That's a lot of processing on the spot. It's a lot of knowing, like you said, all right, you know, where I want to take this next, and you thinking 2-3 bars ahead. So that man, that's definitely an art form, man. And kudos.
That's how powerful. That's how powerful the brain is, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. I didn't start smoking weed until I was like 22. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So all that time, my brain was not touched by no substances. I've never done any drugs, bro. So just imagine that type of development. You know what I'm saying? And everything I was learning, like, because when you learn something new, your brain gets bigger scientifically.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you learn how to juggle or some stupid shit like that, not saying it's stupid, right. But your brain, literally, it's specific parts of your brain, like the hippocampus or the left hemisphere, the right hemisphere, your medulla oblongata, your brainstem. One of those, your temporal lobe, peripheral lobe, occipital, like I know all these things because it's anatomy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But those parts, one of those parts of your brain, bro, grows every time you learn something new.
It's crazy.
So that's why I challenge myself to learn new information. Like I just listen to people, I just watch people and observe information.
That's real, bro. And I mean, I'm glad somebody else said that. I don't know if I've ever really ran into too many people that kind of verbalize it, but like I'm such an observer. Like as much as I know how to speak, I don't have a problem speaking, nothing like that. I find myself watching and paying attention to everything, studying. if you will, just understanding how things operate, how people operate. And like you said, more so to the point of how that affects the mind. For somebody like me, I think I'm just now realizing how many different aspects of life, like I see that playing into. It's not just, oh, like in relationships, or it's not just, oh, in return, like in regards to school or something that requires a certain attention. It's like, I'm just paying attention to things just cause, and I'm noticing the kind of mindset it's putting me in when I'm seeing certain things and when I encounter certain things. So it's crazy, like talking to somebody else and actually hearing the process of being like, you know, observing and really figuring out like how all that kind of plays a role in how you operate daily, man. So it's crazy, but I feel it 100%. Speak more on ADHD. Speak on its inception, you know, how it was conceived and what y'all have done so far, and really, you know, what the plans are for y'all in the future.
Facts, man. Well, shout out to the squad, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brothers, my day ones, you know what I'm saying? Jalen G, Jalen Greeley, G Gifted, you know, Sean Mill, Kels, bitch out Michael X. No. That's what he be saying all the time and shit now. But yeah, man, I met those brothers my freshman year in high school, you know what I'm saying? You know, I got a tattoo right here, you know what I'm saying? Because the idea I had since I was a young man, I was already thinking ahead, like entrepreneurship wise. Like this to me, I wanted to create a label and a group, you know what I'm saying? These are my homies, like Jalen. When I met Jalen freshman year, like he was spitting, but he wasn't like rapping yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he saw me like actually doing this shit and like doing it with confidence and like giving a damn about who am I rapping in front of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who am I? I'm this short ass nigga and freshman year of high school, about like what, 5'6". Jalen like 6 foot already, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he like, damn, this little nigga like rapping like, and he don't give a damn about nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I met George that same year. I met Michael that same year. And then Michael, he lived like with Sean Mill. I guess they lived in the same neighborhood, like next door. And he pitched it to him like, hey, you know, we got this group going on. He was like, you know what I'm saying? You trying to join? You know what I'm saying? And went from there. And then, you know, me and being an entrepreneur, I had a super meticulous vision for the group. So it's like I was managing the group, you know what I'm saying? Like emailing people, getting shows booked, paying for our like merchandise, like running ads, paying for instrumentals for us, you know, for our first album, Full Circle. Man, shit, plenty of shit. I just invested a lot of money into my squad because not only did I believe in myself, but I believe in them, and I still believe in them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And over the years, we accomplished shit that the people at our age would never accomplish. You know what I'm saying? 17 years old, 18 years old, you know, making money, recording music in the studio, being safe, healthy, being ourselves, being able to travel and perform in New York, be in magazines, get posted here, and there. We accomplished a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Now, and full transparency, I don't know where the group is headed. You know what I'm saying? Because like what I went through these last 2 years, it opened my eyes to a lot of stuff. And I ain't had nobody there for me. You know what I'm saying? Other than God and my family, my close family. When I went through my like mental health crisis and I got hit back to back with tragedy and trauma. Like it's a lot of niggas that I love that's in the grave. I ain't make it to see 16. I ain't make it to see 18, 21. You know what I'm saying? Like, even my brother Angelo Young, like me and him, me and his mother are close like this, bro.
Yeah.
I talk to that woman damn near every other day, every week. Why? Because the love that I have for him as a friend, as a brother, he reminded me a lot like Justin. You know what I'm saying? He was very quiet, reserved, but he was dope as hell.
Yeah.
And Angelo always fucked with my music, bro. And because of that, thinking of all of that and getting closer to God, I was like, I can't let my niggas down, bro. I just can't do it. Because if they was here, I know they'd be like, bro, you got to snap out this shit. You know what I'm saying? I know if Angelo was here, he'd be like, bro, what is you doing?
Yeah, no, I feel that, bro, man.
Like, let's go hoop.
Yeah, no, for real.
Hey, play Ludacris, because that's his favorite rapper. That's one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? That's how we linked up. Like, I met him my junior year, and he was like, man, because I don't know how we got on this conversation in class with Miss Thomas, but he was like, man, like they was talking about rappers, and they was like, man, Luda trash. And me and Angelo like, Luda trash? Like, what? Nigga? Like, what?
Right.
Luda go crazy. Y'all sleeping, boy.
They sleep on Luda, man.
And then ever since then, we were just cool, bro. You know, and then we passed away. The way he was taken out, bro, that shit put a bad taste in my mouth, bro. And it made me so angry, so upset, dog. Like, cause I was slide for my nigga. If I knew who it was that did that shit.
Hey, it's a lot. Hey, a lot of us from King was on the same shit though, man. Cause G-Lo, G-Lo the last nigga that's supposed to be happening to, bro. Like Eric, like you said, like the way you described the last one, bro. Eric, man, G-Lo was so laid back though. Like
bro, so laid back.
So
good looking young man, handsome black man. Looks just like his mom. His mom is gorgeous, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, would y'all niggas hating on my nigga or something? Like,
bro, in the city though, it don't even be about that. They just be doing whatever, and my friend group, like, I'm close with Fred, so obviously we all, that Fred cousin, we all, was there for him and everything. But it's just like, then a lot of them played football with G-Lo, so that was just real. That was real tough, man. But I mean, I love what you said though, because I think with that mindset and just hearing you explain like the mindset you've always had and taking that into the group, I think when you bring up, your mental health, I think that, and some obviously mental health has become more of a conversation in more recent years. But man, and definitely only go further if you want to. But I know everybody experiences mental health in different spurts at different levels, and most definitely at different times. But I think there's something within this time frame of 18 to 25 that just has a different effect, maybe than
especially with black men.
And I'm separating it from, your like trauma that may come from your upbringing. I'm separating it from trauma or from stress that may come from just natural eras of life. But 18 to 25, like you said, especially for us, not only is there, for me, and I'll start because I know, like, I experienced some mental health problems young, not even fully understanding what the hell
it was.
And mine was solely based in, like, mine was familial though. Mine was based in family. It was okay, like me and my mom's is like this, like, that's
facts, mom.
My pops. So like me and my pops just always had this strained relationship. Like we good. Like I can call them, we can talk. It ain't.
Y'all cool now?
Yeah, we cool now, and we've always relatively been cool in the sense of, like, I ain't never been like, I don't want nothing to do with them, but it's always been a frustration of being a child and, like, reaching out and striving and leering, like, yo, like, I'm trying to have this with you. And him just, it took me being, I'm 25, it took me being 22, 23 to legit finally accept, like, he can't do this. Like, no matter how
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
He's grown already.
He's grown, and he in this sense, he's incapable of getting to a place where he can meet me halfway. And that was probably the hardest things for me to accept, because for the majority of my life up to that point, I'm like, well, damn, like, am I not
good enough?
Not the man he wanted me to be? Like, am I not man enough in general? Like, all these thoughts that you don't even realize where they're coming from, but
they so detrimental.
They so detrimental because they're so, man, it got to a point where that was really what led me to going to therapy for the first time. And I say it to anybody who I had that conversation with, like, I definitely am looking forward to going back, like, at some point in time soon. My first time going to therapy was 2018, so about 3 years ago now. But
same.
Bro, the best experience for me, because it was the first time I was able to say these things out loud and kind of just get them out of my head and put them into the world to actually be able to try to decipher. And then second, having somebody who's not a friend, who's not close to you, who's not subconsciously looking to necessarily ease it for you, to have somebody who's not biased and is just listening and kind of can feed it back to you in a manner that's not a right or wrong, but more so, have you looked at it this way? Have you considered doing this? That was so instrumental for me, because I was like, it's on me. It was the first time I was like, it's on me, man. Like, I gotta make the decision to care about this or not care about that, or give this energy. So I feel that wholeheartedly, bro. I'm feeling like I never felt alone. Like, I know I have my support system, you feel me? But even in that, there are moments when you're like, if you're not here, like, if you're not in here, or if you're not in here, like as much as you may know me, you just don't know, not even what I'm going through, but more so like how I'm getting through it. And I can be good, but it's just still that feeling of like, you're not here, so you don't know it 100%. So I feel that mental health thing wholeheartedly, bro. It's major for us, especially in this age group as Black men. But yeah, definitely expound on it more if you want to.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll keep it 100 with you because it's my testimony, and God brought me through it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think it's like over at least 10 people I know, maybe 15 people I know that was close to me that was murdered or killed by law enforcement. Like my uncle was killed by law enforcement officer when I was 13 years old here. So because of that pain, and 2 years ago, I was really fighting for that case with my uncle. And I found out a lot of information that was not presented to my family when this incident occurred. So, you know, the way he was shot up and the way he got killed, the details, it was a lot of impropriety in that. And, you know, I went as deep as far as getting the autopsy report and showing my family what really happened to him. I'm gonna try to not get emotional.
So man, good time, man.
But that was very tough for me, bro, to show my family, you know, what really happened to him and how many times he was shot, where he was shot. And yeah, so that drove me to I had a mental breakdown, I guess. I was very paranoid. I was very homicidal. I was very suicidal at that time. I attempted suicide multiple times. I have scars on my wrist from slitting it. I pointed a gun to my head plenty of times. It was about to blow my brains out, not to be too graphic, but I just had a lot of anger and pain that I couldn't deal with, and nobody understood what I was going through, which is understandable. And I attempted suicide multiple times, and like I said, the only people that was there for me was my family. You know what I'm saying? Not the group. It was just me and God. And they ain't no disrespect to them. They ain't no shade to them, because I understand they didn't know how to handle that either. You know what I'm saying? They did whatever they could to handle that. You know what I'm saying? The best way they knew with the information they knew at that time.
Yeah.
So I don't judge them, but you know what I'm saying? That did leave a bad taste in my mouth, just keeping it 100. You know, I love my brothers. I want them to win. You know, I'm always going to be here. Nothing changes, but I just know what to not do with them, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
But I got through it. I got closer to God. You know what I'm saying? I was reading the Bible, like I said. God is with me at all times. I had so many outcries to God and just thanking Him and Jesus for sacrificing His sins, so that we can grow. You know, we serve a very merciful God.
For sure.
A God that's forgiving, a God that's understanding. You know, God gave mankind the two most powerful things in this world that you cannot take for granted. That is free will and choice. Without free will and choice, there would be no violence. There would be no Armageddon. There would be no malicious activity. There wouldn't be no sinning. But God understands that He gave us the power to have free will to make choices. You know what I'm saying? And God will be there for you, and even if you fuck up a million times. You know what I'm saying? He'd still be like, "Hey, come over here, my nigga." You know what I'm saying? Let me bring you over here. Let me remove this people away from your life. You need a new job that's less stressful. Go invest in your entrepreneurship. You know what I'm saying? Move somewhere else. Let me just change this whole shit around for you. Because I can't bless you, son. I can't bless my child. And you're not supposed to be sharing these blessings with these people. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Because they're going to cause you harm. And I know they're going to cause you harm. So let me remove them from you. You understand what I'm saying?
For sure.
And that's how I feel. You know, my mom named me Joshua for a reason. I got a tattooed on my neck, Joshua 19, be strong, courageous. And top that off, I was born on August 12th. I'm a Leo. I'm a natural leader. You feel me? Like anything that I do, I'm gonna always have natural leadership, and I'm gonna always be combative when motherfuckers trying to play me. And I'm gonna always be a funny ass, humorous, chill ass nigga. You know what I mean? Because I'm just a Leo. Like all the greatest people that I know, like Nipsey Hussle, that was my role model. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. he was a Leo. He was born August 15th. Obama, born August 17th, I think. It's just like, I don't know not a single Leo that's not a leader. You know what I'm saying? It just all connects. I mean, I don't know too many people that's big on astrology, but Black folks created astrology. We created the pyramids. I got the pyramids of Giza right here, the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
I got King Tut right here, the Pharaoh. You know what I'm saying? I know our history. You feel me? And that energy from my ancestors and God, that just took me over that hump. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So I know everybody looking at me right now like, damn, this nigga going crazy. What the fuck? Like, damn, he everywhere. This shit happened. It's God, bro.
Yeah.
I planted these seeds when nobody saw me working.
Yeah.
I took 2 years off social media for a reason. I planted my seeds. I'd helped people behind in the darkness. I didn't talk about it. I didn't make no status saying I gave this person this amount of money or I did this for this person. Because God already know I don't need the gratification. My gratification comes from God. You feel me?
Yeah.
So because of all of these things I've always done for people my whole entire life, I am reaping the benefits of that now.
Yeah.
So Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior.
But that's real, man. And I think that it's beautiful to see that you've been able to reach that point after being in the space that you were in. I think that you have a lot of people that don't understand it, and there's no way that they can, but their misunderstanding or just lack of understanding leads them to
causing more harm, more damage.
Causing more harm.
I give you a prime example. Kanye West. Yeah. I understand Kanye West so much because I went through the exact same. I don't know if you ever watched his interview with David Letterman, but everything he explained about what people do when somebody's having a mental health crisis is exactly what happened to me. Kanye was like, man, y'all do everything to make it worse.
Yeah, people do.
Like everything. Y'all do everything to make it worse. Y'all yelling at a brother. Y'all being aggressive. Y'all telling me you need help. You need to do this. Bro, that is harmful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why are you talking to me like that? I'm vulnerable right now up here.
Right.
This a broken leg. This like a broken muscle right here. You gotta treat it the same way.
Yeah. No, that's
people don't be getting it, man.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of people that either have not experienced it or just have not been close enough to it to understand how important it is to take care of it like in that way. I just don't think there's a lot of people that can truly, there's just a lot of people that don't genuinely and generally know compassion. And I think you start getting into this place where it's tough because you don't really know, like some of it you can't even control. Like it's not like you going out telling everybody this is what's happening, but because everybody feels so inclined and obligated to speak on things or have an opinion solely because they can, leads to, I feel like, a lot of these situations where, you know, they're trying to implement it, they're trying to, you know, bring their perspective or their opinions on people who may be dealing with something like that, who not only didn't ask for it, but as you pointed out, just in the most blatant way, don't need it. It's not conducive for them at all. So it's horrible, man. But I hope it's a cycle that can get better with people just understanding, either one, learning and knowing how to help and wanting to help, or two, just knowing that if they feel like they can't help, that it may be best to just, you know, not, you know, involve themselves in the situation at all.
Right.
But yeah, I think it's a great segue though. Talk more about, especially, and I'm assuming within these last 2 years, just the role that you've taken in activism and what being an activist in your mind means, or how would you define it?
Well, for me, if you're a real activist, because there's a difference between people who just fabricate shit on social media and people who actually front and center, grid line, boots on the ground. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, being an activist is damn near like being a philanthropist to me. They're like one and the same. Like I feel like you got to put your money where your mouth is. If you really with your community and you seeing, I don't know, you know, Black women having, you know, low income housing or dealing with struggling with rent, or you know what I'm saying, like all that. You know what I'm saying? And start off with putting your money where your mouth is. Like I said, when you got organizations that are doing anonymous donations, or you know what I'm saying, giving money to nonprofit organizations, that's a beautiful thing. And you have to keep that. The wealth is, it's not about caring about money. It's just like having wealth in your community will give you access to improve everything around it.
Yeah.
You can improve the educational system. You can implement arts back into the school. You can put more of the after school programming. These are the things that are necessary and conducive for a young man or a young woman, especially Black and brown, to stay out the way, stay out of trouble, make sure their parents is able to work and come home, you know what I'm saying, at a decent time, instead of trying to rush to get off work or end up sacrificing or losing their job because they ain't got nobody to watch their babies.
Right.
Stuff like that is true activism to me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, that's mad real too. And I think, and I love what you said, because I do feel like people look at activism or being an activist, not even so much in the separation of being boots on the ground and just, you know, being on social media. But man, so many things now are just are trendy. So many things are doing it to be cool, doing it because everybody is doing it because in doing so, people will be paying attention to you because they're paying attention to that trend. And I think it's sad. It's very sad. I know it's sad because that's just really become the way of the world. And then it gets to a point where, as an activist, it's almost as if you are not like graded, but you are looked at and you are seen in retrospect in terms of like how much you're doing or how much people see you doing. So like you said, you did all these things for people behind the scenes in the darkness, and nobody knew. And if somebody was going off of, you know, what they see, you know, somebody would sit there and be like, oh, I don't know what you've done. I don't know, you know, who you've helped.
Oh, Josh ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And it sucks because it's like, who made these people, just like, you know, the general people, you know,
judge, jury, and execution.
You know what I'm saying? But then other than that, man, a lot of the most influential work and the best work is done behind doors anyway. It's not something that everybody hears about nor needs to.
Because people gonna find out, because they gonna do the talking for you.
Right.
What is faster than word of mouth?
Nothing. Literally nothing's faster than word of mouth. So it's crazy, man. But no, I think that's a great point on activism. And I mean, I've definitely seen it. So it's one, I mean, each city, each place, you know, needs its own dose of it for sure. But man, I love what I've seen you doing for the city, man. I think just even the good vibes and just keeping the spirit up, man, it's so tough. And I know for, you know, Milwaukee specifically, you know, a lot of people, you know, joke, and a lot of people, I wouldn't say don't take it seriously, but I don't think people genuinely understand just how rough in so many, you know, ways of the word that Milwaukee is. And, you know, when you see people being able to beat things and get out of the city, or beat things within the city and stay and create some type of change, it's beautiful to see, man. Because just being there, you know, like you said, we've seen so many people not make it. We've seen so many people, you know, leave and be lost and make it seem like the only place they know themselves is, you know, in the city. So man, it's amazing work. But that's why I wanted you to touch on it, because it's,
yeah, it's my testimony. I ain't got no shame in what I went through, bro.
Yeah.
And anybody that's trying to shame me for it, I got these hands, okay?
Got these hands. Always got these hands. Yeah, man. So you mentioned something else. So MMA fighter, when did that start? What got you into that? How did that get started?
Oh man, I mean, my love for the game, man. I think like for myself, the same passion I have for music, I have for MMA. You know what I'm saying? So that just came over the years of like just really studying everybody, man, and just loving MMA, man. Love seeing people getting knocked out. I know that sounds crazy. Or like getting put into submission locks and stuff like that. My favorite is like Conor McGregor, Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, Habib, he the GOAT, you know what I'm saying? 29-0, killed the game, walked in there, walked out, you know what I'm saying? Retired. Yeah. Did I say Israel Adesanya already?
You didn't.
That's my guy. I have a similar style to him because, you know, our legs are really long. And like I've been saying, I had a random growth spurt. I'm 6 foot now.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be like 5'9.5". I don't know what the hell happened the last 2 weeks. It could be the vegetarian lifestyle. It could be so many different. I work out. I don't know. I don't know what it is. Genetics. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But probably all three shit. But yeah, I was conditioning like the last 6 months, but before that, I was training in Illinois, like in 2019. I started training, and that's when I was thinking about and contemplating moving to Chicago because I got family out there. But I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay home and train with like Coach Rufus and meet Anthony Pettis and hopefully meet Tyron Woodley if he ever come back to the crib and come back home and train with us. But yeah, man, I love this shit. So I started conditioning like 2 years ago, but I started actually training October 2020.
Okay.
So we in April right now.
Yeah.
And I'm a fast learner. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to do all that shit. I know how to break somebody's arm, triangle lock, Kimura, leg lock, everything, bro. My takedowns, my wrestling. Yeah, bro. I'm a beast.
So no, I feel that, man. Have you had a fight yet?
6 more months.
6 more months? Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be walking out to Milwaukee music. That was one of my dreams, bro, to walk out to my own music or walk out to my idol. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle, come out into the interest to like hustle and motivate. That should be hard. Black man, strong black man, my locks, you know what I'm saying? Physically. This nigga look like Tarzan. He about to swing out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this shit'd be hard, bro. And that was one of my crazy dreams that people didn't think I was gonna do. Like sometimes your dreams sound too far-fetched until you do this shit and prove niggas wrong. Or prove yourself wrong. But mainly it's about proving yourself wrong. Then you prove the world wrong. Don't care about the world. Prove yourself wrong first. Then that shit gonna show up externally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, that's mad real. I mean, I think that is that's a bar first. That's a bar right there. Prove yourself wrong.
I'm not a rapper though. I'm not a rapper.
No, that's real, man. Prove, because like you said, man, sometimes you be sitting here thinking of dreams and you tell yourself like, man, that's crazy. Like that ain't never gonna happen. Then you do, and it's like, damn, wait, fuck, I did that shit. Then it's like, once you do that, and I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's probably one of the biggest obstacles for people is that you'll think something, want to do something, and you're the first person.
It ain't even right. It ain't even you though. It's the people around you that think that's like, nah, bro, you can't do that shit.
Yeah.
What you mean? I can't do it? No, nigga, you think I can't do this shit? I'm about to do this shit, and then I'm gonna take a picture with your goofy ass, my championship belt on this motherfucker. Bitch, I did it. Now what? Run my face.
Yeah, but that, man,
I see y'all niggas on Bird Live.
Right.
That's that North Side shit, man.
Only because I live off of there. I definitely got that. I'm fucking weak. Anyway, but nah, man, that's crazy. But like you said, it's so important to keep the right people around you, have the right people in your circle, and it's a difference in having people that's gonna tell you no. It's a difference in having people that's either gonna straight up tell you no and not believe in you at all, or having just yes men. And then there's a difference in having people who
that's like, a cage, bro. That's a cage, bro. That's why I remove myself from a lot of people, bro.
Either way, it's a cage, man. And then, but you gotta have people that challenge you, people that's gonna challenge you either to push yourself, like to get to this goal that they know is attainable for you and feel like you should know it as well, or they gonna push you to change your mentality to stop thinking that something's not attainable and push you to get it done as well. So yeah, man, gotta have the right circle around you, man. Yeah, man. Well, got to get into this last question. You know, it's the question of all questions, that final one. But man, we talked about so much. We talked about starting music. We talked about mental health, activism. Man, it feels like everything under the sun. But with everything that you've experienced, everything that you've been through, everything that has made you who you are up until this point, what would you say, or how would you describe what makes you qualified?
My experience made me qualified. My pain made me qualified. My testimony made me qualified. I feel like, you could be qualified in anything in this world if you have experience. You don't need no college degree to be qualified. You just need the knowledge. You just need the wisdom. You just need the confidence, the articulation to project what you want in this world and speak it and manifest it. That's what makes you qualified. That's what makes you respectable, commendable. People talking about you in rooms you ain't even stepped in yet.
Man.
Now that's qualified.
For sure. Most definitely, man. And man, I love people answering that question. I love all the answers, bro.
That's a great question.
Man, it's amazing, man. It's crazier because for me, I love that people give the answer so much thought, and I sit back and realize, like, yo, I'm legit asking them, like, what's qualified? Like, literally the difference in qualified and qualified. Like, I'm asking a completely different question, but they're answering it with the same energy, like with the same passion. And I'm just always grateful, man, because man, ain't nothing, like, I know I work hard, but like ain't nothing guaranteed. So for people to respect it enough, like to still give that, still answer that question with the same energy and passion, man, I'm always grateful, bro. So I appreciate it, man. But any parting words for the people or for me before we end the interview?
Oh yeah, man. Shout out. I mean, first of all, shout out to God, Father God, for everything. Shout out to God and then the gifts and abilities He's given me to, do what I do. Cause I'm not supposed to be speaking. That's a part I forgot to tell you. When I was born, my vocal cords was damaged. So I came out the womb, I was crying, not one sound came out my throat. Wow. My parents panicked, bro. Panicked. They like, yo, what's going on? Is he gonna be able to talk? Doctors was like, hey, we're gonna have to wait it out and see. You know what I'm saying? As he grow, as he develop.
That's crazy.
And thank God, you know what I'm saying? This is the biggest issue. And my voice deep as hell, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you again for taking the time, man. Like I said, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate you taking the time to come on, man. Man, I feel like it was an amazing conversation. I really hope people are able to take away from everything we talked about. And yeah, bro, man, just glad you was able to make it. Glad we was able to get this done, and just hope the people can see something in it, man.
Man, definitely, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your energy, King. I'm proud of you. I love your queen. I love y'all. Sending nothing but much love to y'all. Y'all stay with it, stay connected. Ain't nothing more beautiful than black love, my brother.
Appreciate
it.
You
know it. You already know. I see the glow on your face, man. Skin clear, crispy, earrings in, hair done.
Look, man.
Hey, you getting money, man.
Hey, money.
Oh, wait, my bad. Money, what money?
Money.
You know the fans listen, nigga. What money?
They catching people on the PPL loans, brother. I don't know. They
nigga
catching people.
Catching left and right. Hey, you gotta throw them fucking crab legs back. You getting arrested.
Oh man,
put the goddamn crab basket down.
Oh man, we gonna stop joking on this meeting. But yeah, man, no, thank y'all for tuning in. We'll definitely have his social. So if y'all haven't tapped in before, definitely tap in now. Keep up with what he's doing, keep up with his music, all that good jazz. Man, we winding down for season 3. We almost at the end, so stay tuned. We got
3 times the charm, baby.
Of course, man. And until next time, I'll catch y'all next week. Peace.